Welcome to Nerdtime Chronicles.
Well, we're all here. I guess we could play.
Yes.
I suppose we could.
Well, I'm ready. Whenever we do magic, it'll be...
You're like the one character without magic.
If you were in person, you'd be going, ow. But
So,
Okay.
when last we left our heroes, they had managed to break into the Synovia Museum exhibit at the front of the office and had all been drawn to a various artifact or item in the room that seemed to call to them and change them. Rosemary, Alanir, and Ibis, you all took up your artifacts and discovered some hidden abilities that you didn't know you had. And with some even physiological changes for a few of you. Petite little Rosemary is now nearly 7 feet tall, and she hulked out permanently. And Ibis, who barely was holding in his gut anymore, let it go even further and just sort of bounced out into almost a complete sphere. Alanir just his features defined themselves a little bit more. His bird-like features and pointed ears are much more noticeable now. Hadron, however, found something that he found interesting, but chose to just drop it into his short pocket for the time being. After which you bashed into a bathroom, surprising the last Synovia employee seemingly on the floor, Brienne, who suggested that maybe you should check out the basement if it was your first day of employment and were curious about what was going on. And so after finding a key in Douglas's office, you went through a trapdoor in the cleaning cupboard and went downstairs where you discovered what appeared to be a large empty room. Ibis was suspicious, but Alanir bolted forward, knocking them both onto a shifting floor plate, which dropped from below their feet, and they are left clinging to the edge of a trap floor. What do you do?
what'd you do that for?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're blaming me for your incompetence after I said don't? Okay. And I fart right in his face.
That's quite a feat.
Am I going to be able to hang on with that? Are we actually hanging, or are we just half on?
You are dangling into the pit.
Dangling.
You managed to catch yourselves with a savings throw in the last game.
Okay.
Who am I closer to?
Looks like you're closer to Alanir at the moment.
I want to step forward and scoop him up.
Okay.
Good, because I'm
Pull him to
ineffectually trying to
safety.
fling myself. It's going nowhere.
Alanir, as she approaches you, do you try to assist in any way?
Oh yeah,
Or do you
I'm like a salmon. I'm just like, ugh. I'm like trying to flop over to the beach, which is not where salmon go. But I got a little lost. But yes,
Up a waterfall.
I am trying.
You are trying. Okay, then I think between the two of you, you would successfully be able to pull yourselves up onto the ledge.
I am also going to try to help Ibis then.
Okay.
And just so I'm clear, based on Aaron's setup narration to remind us what happened, Scott, is your amulet not activated? Is it just in your pocket? Are you Did you transform like the rest of us, or are you still just
I
dude?
don't think I've changed at all. Is that correct, DM?
Yes.
Okay.
So yes, Ibis, are you working with Hadron to get out of the pit?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm totally working, and I'm like using my elbows as like trying to, disperse my weight as evenly as possible.
All right, great. So then, as the four of you work together, I'm going to say that this is easy enough to get you back up onto the ledge. That it is accomplishable between each team of two. So you are now back stable on the floor together.
I don't remember if I did a perception check before.
What are you curious about?
I want to look at the edges along the wall and see if there's any way we could walk right up along the wall on the left or the right and not fall in the pit.
There is enough to get your feet down on it. It would be a balancing act to hold your body against the wall, but that is a potential path that you could explore on either side.
Someone small should walk along the edge.
I guess that's you, Butterfingers.
Walk on the edge and do what exactly?
Don't
I just
fall
got off
in.
the edge.
Well, that was your fault, but why don't you walk around the edge and see if you can see anything?
Go get that stone over there.
You mean that stone way over there?
Oh, yeah, you were so gung-ho to get it before.
All right. I was. All right. Okay.
Do we have a rope or anything that we can tie to him in case he falls in?
Good idea.
If anybody checks in one of the packs you grabbed out of the museum, you probably all have a length of rope.
Probably don't have anything like... I think my swords are the wrong kind of stabby. But maybe my daggers? Would the... It's probably too hard for me to whack my daggers in there and use that to help me hang on, I bet. Huh?
Wait, well, could I use MageFart to get the stone? How far away are we from the stone?
It is on this side of the room. You would be too far away to use MageFart.
All out of
Okay, so it's more than 30 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What's in the Dungeoneer's pack? I got a rope. I have no idea what a Dungeoneer's pack is. Is that just a backpack?
You've got the hammer and pitons in your kit.
Uh-huh.
So you could actually hammer spikes into the wall as you went if you wanted to.
Okay, I'm going to do that. Hey guys, I got an idea. I've got Grand Tetons in my backpack, and I'm gonna maybe Rosemary can help me hammer this first one in, but I'm gonna hammer and walk in like I've seen in like a bunch of North Face ads.
Ha!
Yeah.
Wait, where
Okay, but I'm still gonna tie a rope around you.
All right. Yes.
But yes,
Okay.
good plan.
All right.
So I tie a rope into a harness around Alanir.
All right, and I'm heading to the edge, I guess.
Hadron would probably have some experience using ropes and pythons from the army. So he'll try to help on there figure out how to use them.
Okay.
Good. I mean,
Where
you
do
can
you
use all of your military background and do this if you want, but...
Yeah. Where do you see the packs? Do we just have them?
Let me see. Ibis.
I see it in my inventory as a Dungeoneer's pack.
Yes, you did not remember to put one into yours. So
No, that's fine.
Would Ibis have grabbed a random backpack in the museum?
Isn't he heavy enough?
I think I did grab one when we were suiting up. I was like, oh, fuck it. And then because I've been putting stuff in. I've been putting my Activia and my Thunder.
Yeah, you've been very good about all of your random crap that you've picked up. I love that.
I've itemized everything. So yeah, if I could put a pack or a bag in, that would be very helpful.
So sorcerers have the option between... 1 second. Though I'm pretty flexible if you want one of the other packs. There's basically an explorer's pack, a dungeoning pack, a Dungeoneer's pack or Explorer's pack are the two that are typically associated with sorcerers. So one is a bit more climbing and one is more general survival sort of stuff.
Survival, please.
Okay,
Ibis
so
doesn't like physical things anymore.
We'll give you an explorer's pack.
Perfect.
Let me see if that auto-populates.
Do I need to refresh my character page?
No, I'm still...
Oh, okay. You're good.
Now that I've done these clever tabby things, I've lost the quick drop.
Sorry for holding the game up. I was just trying to figure out what
Gosh,
the hell you guys were talking about. I'm like, I don't
have stuff.
what pylons? I don't know.
have.
Or crampon. Are you using crampons? Is that what you're using?
No, they're those are the things on your shoes, aren't they?
Yeah.
He's got individual spikes that he can
I
hammer
got
into the
you.
wall.
Okay.
So basically, Sarah, you have a mess kit, tinder boxes, torches, water skin, and a rope.
Cool.
And if you decide there are other things you would reasonably have had with you that morning, we can, of course, look into putting those in the list. All right. So
I should begin sidling?
Rosemary is tying a rope to Alanir.
Yeah. Oh, so tight.
I don't want you to slip out of it.
I'll assist if I'm needed.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to the edge. I'm ready.
All right. So roll. And Hadron's helping you get started with his military training, right?
Yep, as much as he's able
So
to.
we'll call that a help action. So roll dexterity with advantage.
Okay.
And I'm moving to the corner so that if he falls, he won't have like a long way to go down.
I
All right.
rolled that many.
Pull him up.
18. What does that have a modifier on it? Oh, 21. Okay, so you get clear of the front of the trap.
Yes.
And you are out on the platform,
Yes.
feeling pretty safe and secure, and you make it about 10 feet crawling along the wall, and you seem to be about a quarter of the way there.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I mean, I just have to keep going, right? Isn't there nothing else I can do?
That's up to you and your team.
I think I'm about a quarter of the way there. It looks to be about 10 feet. I'm not sure what I should do. Everyone.
Does anything look different?
Let's see. Does anything look different, Aaron? I'm looking at the thing I'm supposed to get. Do I notice anything about it now that I'm a quarter of the way closer?
No, nothing
All right.
particularly.
Nope. Guess I'll just keep going. How long is this rope?
Rope
50
comes
feet?
in lengths of 50 feet. Yep. So it should get you all the way across.
All right. I'm just gonna keep going then, unless something horrible happens. I'm continuing on.
All right. So then roll Dex without advantage, just standard.
Okay. Roll. Here we go.
Oh no.
Shit. Shit. I'm
So-
suddenly thinking about like I'm a little hungry, you know.
Your red potion's wearing off.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When the red potion wears off, it's got you get like that terrible like sudden hunger. Yeah. Oh.
it's a quick drop off the other side
Blood
of the
sugar just.
Speaking of plummeting, your foot catches at the edge of the lip that you're trying to balance on, but you don't quite get a stable grip. So you have a piton at the very beginning of the climb, correct?
Sure. Yeah.
So Rosemary having one end of the rope and you're looped around the piton, you are going to fall down into the pit.
Hey guys, did we bring any snacks? Holy fucking shit! Oh.
Oh no. Okay.
And so you are dangling about a foot off the pit floor.
This rope is really tight. Really tight.
And just below you in sort of that Mission Impossible pose is this thick, gooey mud beneath you.
Oh, is there a smell? Is it just mud? I mean, is there
It's
anything?
just wet, earthy. It smells better than Ibis.
Okay.
That's not saying a lot.
I reach a finger out to just kind of see if I can touch the mud. I'm here.
You can. It's gross and sticky mud.
Okay.
Roll investigation.
Okay. I have -1 to that. Roll. Roll, you bastard. There we go. It may go twice, sorry.
So I think the very first of those rolls I see is an 8. So you feel mud.
Oh, all right.
Don't play in it.
Hey guys, it's just mud. It's cool.
Nothing here is normal. Don't touch stuff.
I mean,
you were already moving around and touching stuff, and that's how the floor gave out. You got to be real careful, man.
Is there anything I would know about like the video games that we work for that would inform any of this? Is there any? Would I have any reason to?
Would you have been a player of the game?
He didn't even know that the dungeon you never run in because there's traps.
I think I play it like I play games. I think I'm a tourist. I run around and look at the pretty 3D stuff, but I don't do any of the missions, so I don't know any of the nuance.
Right.
Okay, fair enough. Well, then we'll call your Arcana check pretty standard. Let's see, what do you have? Okay, I'm going to say that if something is specifically from the game, you currently have an Arcana of -1, which is magical awareness and knowledge.
Yeah.
If it's something that I feel like is really game-specific knowledge, I will give you a flat roll, a 0 roll on Arcana, so that you're not losing a point for rolling Arcana.
Okay.
Well, since I think that Butterfingers is a fucking moron and he's touching the mud, can I like roll an Arcana check to see if I'm sensing anything magical from the mud? Like, can I just?
Sure.
No? I mean, I don't know.
Well, I mean, does Ibis play the game?
Well, I've already I think he plays video games.
Yeah.
I don't know if he plays this specific game, but like I feel like he plays video games because I've already mentioned The Legend of Zelda and how I was thinking of floor tiles.
Just asking.
So, yes, I'm gonna roll an Arcana check.
All right.
Can I pull him halfway up while they're investigating the mud?
Yeah, you can start hoisting him up.
Okay.
17. Even as you think back to the game and the mechanics, you can't think of. I mean, there are swamp levels in the game where you can sink down into the mud and it impairs your movement. But other than that, you don't really have any. Oh, in the game, mud always has a mud dragon at the bottom of it. Always, always, always.
Is there a reason you said mud dragon? No, I'm kidding.
What?
All right.
Did I? I mean, it's a very high roll.
All right. Well, I don't think that there's anything quite unusual about this. Everything that I can think of is just like it makes you sink and maybe if you like quicksand. But I still think we should be cautious because man, everything's been fucking weird. Do you think you can? Hey, Butterfingers, can you put your legs on the side and like step up on the wall, like use your feet to help hold yourself up and help pull yourself up so that Polly Pocket's not doing all the hard work?
This isn't hard work.
Okay.
Thanks, Hadrian.
Am I back on the ledge at all?
Yeah, I think if the three of you are working to get you up a length of rope, I think.
Okay, I am just going to cling to this ledge as much as I can, like sideways, like as much, I mean, I probably don't fit, but as much of me as will fit with like a leg curled around it, and I'm just going to like, rather than stand up. I'm just going to hug the side and do that.
So you're heading back out over the trap, but like an inchworm style?
Yeah.
Okay.
However, I mean, as much as I can. Yes, I just don't think I'm going to be able to stand again. I don't see how, if you can just barely stand on it, why I should even be vertical. I think I'm just going to keep going.
Okay.
Alanir, don't you want to tap out and let Hadrian go?
Too late. Pride. Strong.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
All right. Roll that first dex check.
Okay. That's not a saving throw. That's just a regular one, right?
Yep. All right. Great. You make it back to the midway point. So you're halfway across this trapped.
I'm halfway there. Oh, the rope burn.
Are you taking any particular actions at the midpoint or crawling forward?
Do I have any of my stuff on me? I assume I don't. I don't have like anything else on me, right? Like no backpack.
That's up to you. Did you bring it with you?
No.
Is it on your back?
No, nothing, huh? I don't think I would have brought anything because I don't know why I wouldn't fit. Like if I was supposed to have been standing against the wall, unless I put my backpack on my stomach. Yeah, sure, I put it on my stomach. Yeah, I had my backpack on my stomach all along, and that's canon.
So you have your climbing gear with you at the midpoint if you want to make any adjustments.
Great. Yeah, sure. While I'm here, I'm opening it up, and I've already used my rope. I've already used my peepons.
Well, those are spikes that you can put in incrementally. I
can move them?
Yeah. Well,
Plus, I used my rope to make your harness, so I'm holding onto my rope, so you have your rope.
Okay. Is there, like, anything I can, like... Okay, so I can take the rope that I've got, now that I'm here and I'm halfway, and I can, like, whack the little spikes in. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Great.
And I'll use that first one to get me back up to standing if I can.
Yes.
Okay, great. And I guess I'll keep going.
Okay. Roll Dex.
Okay. Oh shit. See, I shouldn't stand. I shouldn't stand.
So that's a 6.
I got up too fast. Okay, go ahead.
Does anybody have any ways to help him from afar?
There's nothing that Ibis can do unless, like, could I use MageFart to help move one of his spikes so he could grab onto it or step onto it or something? Am I close enough to do that?
Yes. I think if you want to, like, maybe, like, the rope he's got on the piton, you sort of shove closer into his hand so he can grab hold of it.
Yeah. That's what I do. So, I feel like since I'm learning all this magic, I feel like Ibis is like, if there was only a way I could help, like, he thinks if I could get that rope into Butterfinger's hands, and so I think I just pass gas, and then all of a sudden it comes out of me, and it does the thing I just thought.
Like a foghorn.
Okay.
And
so this little brown cloud of a hand darts across the room and shoves the rope at Alanir's arm.
And Ibis is kind of like, fuck. Is still trying to process everything, but like...
What did you do?
I think I helped. Oh, get over it. I made sure you didn't fall.
I just thought of something. I have to get back after this.
Let's see if you can just make it there first, all right, Butterfingers?
Okay. I will trot on.
All right.
Don't stand up.
All right.
With advantage, because you've got the rope held in your hands now. That's a pretty good roll. Well done.
All right.
Nat 20.
So you get to the far edge of the pit right as Rosemary's rope is starting to draw taut. And so...
Your rope is drawing taut.
I see that.
But you are able to get your feet stably on the far side of the platform.
I got my feet stable on the far side of the platform. It's okay.
Hadrian, do you know knots really well?
I was a soldier, not a sailor, but I can make do.
I know who's knots on the far side of the platform. You
Look,
guys.
I'm trying to see if we can give you more rope so you have more slack, but I'm not good with tying knots, and I was asking if Hadrian was.
I'm, again, just assuming he knows how to tie some knots from basic training at the very least.
I think with a military background, you can tie 2 ropes together.
Right. So I take the rope out of my pack and I toss it to Hadrian, just because it's like Butterfingers clearly needs all the help he can get, so...
Hey, he's not Navy. He's tying it. How nice.
I just said that. Hold on a second.
All right, so you've now extended the rope. Very nice. You've got it anchored at a couple of points across the pathway. And you have Alanir on the far side of the pit.
That's where the thing is, right?
Yes.
Go get the thing.
Yeah, sure. I'm not thinking straight. I'm going straight for it. Okay.
All right.
I'm going to get the thing. I just reach my hand out for it.
Hey, but be careful!
What? Now I'm second guessing everything.
Go slowly!
What? Okay, I walk to it slowly, still very confused with my hand out.
Okay.
And I go for it.
You get up to the edge of the podium, and there is sort of a, not claw-like in the terms of like a monster hand holding it, but like a ring set of claws, just holding this sort of octagonally round ruby in the center of the podium.
Hey, this thing looks cool as hell.
Does it look booby-trapped?
I don't know. I'll do an Arcana check.
I'm going to say this one's going to be an investigation.
I'll do that. Sure. I'll do that. Investigate. There it is. Oh, I did advantage. Sorry. Normal. Back to normal.
Well, but the lower one is still fine. So, from your lack of knowledge about traps, I mean, there doesn't seem to be anything but these 4 spikes holding the gem up. There doesn't seem to be any little wires or levers or anything around beyond that.
Okay, and I'm not flashing back to any like movie references or like, people just bursting into flame or anything like that, right?
I would imagine you would think a little bit about the Golden Idol in Indiana
that's where
Jones.
I'm at. Yeah. It's like Indiana Jones, guys. But I'm actually
So
thinking
then watch your head.
But I don't really know Indiana Jones. I'm just saying it to sound cool. I'm actually thinking about Aladdin. And so like I'm like doing that walk up instead of the indie walk up, thinking anyway.
Okay.
I go for it. I try to grab it.
Great. You pick up the gem.
Great.
And you have it in your hand.
Great. Hey, it's very anticlimactic, everybody. It's good.
Put it in your pocket so you don't drop it, please.
You think I could just throw it back?
No.
What if I could tie it to a rope? We could rope it back. Well, then you may not bring me back.
Butterfingers, put it in your pocket or put it in your bag.
I put it in my bag.
You don't.
Put it in my bag.
Like at the bottom, please.
Bottom of my bag. Pull the bag tight.
Okay.
Is there not like a reset the trap button somewhere on this side of the wall?
You don't see one. No.
All right. So I'm making my way back.
right.
Same second verse, same as the first. I'm gonna try. So whatever I gotta do for that.
Dex.
T-pons and the rest. Okay.
Very nice.
Okay.
You make it to the midway point.
Do it again.
And you make it all the way back to the far side.
Hey, I got the hang of it, guys.
Yay.
And then you fall backwards into the... No.
No.
Now I'm like little strut. All right.
Were you able to pull out the spikes as you came so we have them back?
Did I think to do that? No, I'm too busy strutting. I didn't think about it. That's why it's so easy. I'm not trying to conserve anything.
Well, can I cast MageFart and pull them out? Like, can I reach them to pull them out?
Yeah, the closest one for sure.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna cast. Yeah, let me.
I rolled 4 times. Is that enough to go across?
He said you already went across.
Great. I didn't hear.
Where is my spells? They are there. Casting.
All right. Yeah. So another little fart squeaks out of Ibis, and the little cloud hand drifts across the room, plucks the nearest piton out of the wall, and carries it back to him.
All right. What's next? We find a pawn shop or what?
No, there's that space in the hallway. I think we need to hold on to that, though. I don't know. Should we put the gem in first, or should we wait to put them both in at the same time?
Oh, like the nuclear keys.
Thoughts? I don't know.
I bet nothing will happen, so there's no harm in putting it in now.
Okay.
All right. It could always unlock something that helps us out if we put one in. So, all right. Let's
Military
try.
man, what do they do with the nuclear keys?
Kind of above my pay grade, but they were usually kept a lot more secure than this.
You would say that. You would say that, wouldn't you? You would say that. I see. Very, very suspicious.
Mr. Can we all leave this room now? And as much as I've enjoyed hanging off the edge, and I'm sure Butterfingers has as well, I'm kind of done with this room. Shall we go out into the hall?
I didn't enjoy it at all.
So you didn't enjoy hanging around in this room?
Ibis just looks at you and then just leaves.
Yep, let's go.
Yeah. All right. Hallway it is.
Do I have my rope back?
Yes, if you took
Good.
it back.
I took it back.
And I put my rope back. Yep, we all put our ropes in our bags.
Great.
Before I leave the room, just for fun, what's a tinderbox? That's the thing you start fires with, right?
Yeah.
Just for fun, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I throw my tinderbox into the mud just to see what's going to happen.
Okay.
What are you doing?
No, I'm in the room alone.
Oh,
You went to the hallway.
that's right. I'm not here.
It
Whatever.
spluts into the mud floor, and
watching.
there's sort of a bloop, bloop of bubbles around it, and it sinks slowly down into the mud, and it closes over top of it. But as it disturbs the surface of the mud, you do notice some other object next to where the tinderbox landed that gets covered back up with the mud.
Hey guys, I noticed some other object that landed near where the thing I threw landed.
What did you throw in?
I threw a box. And anyway, I threw some match. Anyway, I used to vape. But look, guys, I threw something in the mud, and then I saw something. I think there's something in the mud.
What did you see?
I don't.
Is it a creature? Is it an object? A
I don't
mineral?
know.
Do we need
I
to do
don't know.
20 questions?
Aaron described it as something. That's all I know.
The voice of God.
Well, do you want me to throw you in the pit and you can get a closer look? Because I don't mind.
We can just go back in the hallway. It's fine.
No, if you really think we
No,
should
no,
investigate
Hallway's
it.
great. Hallway's great. You don't
No,
really have
you can charge back
one
in.
half of this problem solved. I look at my bag and let's see. I've used my rope. I assume I'm not going to encounter another. I got rid of all my creamers. I wad my rope up into a ball. I say, watch this.
No.
No,
No,
don't.
it's fine.
We
And I
might
throw
need
my
that.
rope. I throw my rope
Oh.
where I threw where I
All
saw
right,
the thing.
Do you hold on to one end of
No,
it? or
I
have
just
you made-
I just knot it like a big knot, like a ball, and I throw it in.
All right, cool. So this ball of rope spluts hard into the
Okay,
surface of
watch
the
after the
muddy
splut.
floor,
Okay, I'm watching.
and it sort of bubbles
watching
and
too.
sinks in, and as the surface of the mud spreads and ripples a little bit, you everybody roll perception.
I rolled one. I rolled perception. I rolled one.
Alanir gets distracted and looks straight up at the ceiling.
My blood sugar is still very low.
I couldn't see anything, could you?
I couldn't either. I was too busy watching that rope. Anybody see anything?
So Hadron, you see as the mud moves a bit that it seems like a metal rod, like a piece of rebar almost, down in the mud.
It was a piece of metal pipe, maybe piece of rebar. Not sure. It might be important. I'll check it out if somebody wants to lower me down.
Yeah.
I've got my rope.
I've got my rope, but I'm not sure that we need to investigate in here any further. Shouldn't we go see what else there is to see?
Okay, I just, that's fine. Good. Yes. Sure.
I mean, if it's a piece of metal, like, did it look important or did it just look...
It looked out of place, which in these situations is usually an indicator of something important. I'd like to try to get it.
If this is a bad idea, blink twice.
All right, so I give my rope to Rosemary. Hadrian, you still have your rope, don't you?
Hadrian hasn't used any rope. I'm assuming my pack has some in it.
Yeah. All packs have ropes. I mean, that's a D&D essential.
Okay, I make you a harness, Hadrian.
Hadrian will try to put the harness on. He may know how to do that from any air rescue sort of training he may have had from helicopters and such.
All right.
Or you can make your rope into a loop.
I mean, are we 30 feet away? Like, is it more than 30 feet down?
No.
Oh, well, let me try. Hold on. Let me try. Could I try? I mean, can I try and pull it up with MageFart?
You can all do anything you want to do.
All right. So it was like, wait. Before you go down, Hadrian, I don't know. I'm figuring some stuff out.
He's balanced on the edge of the pit, about to drop off.
Right. He's like, wait. And Ibis is going to think really hard about pulling up the rebar, and he farts. He goes, I think I've just learned that if I concentrate really hard, I can make stuff happen. And so he thinks really hard, and he goes, he lets one rip, and he thinks about pulling up the rebar. And so he casts MageFart.
The smoky little hand appears and wafts down into the pit. And you can see that it like plunges down into the mud, and like you can see the hand sort of wrap around something, and it pulls, but it can't quite move. And even though you're not attached to it, you can feel through this magical connection that there's resistance on this object.
Okay. Resistance as in like it's heavier than I think, or that it's stuck in the mud, or that there's some tension on the bottom.
It could be it feels like if you were to pull a ladder rung that was attached to a building.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It's like, okay, yeah. So it's like I can't pull it up. It feels like there's some tension, or I don't know if we should pull it up, you guys. I don't know if it's gonna make the mud rise. I don't know. I mean, we can try. Hadrian, you can try, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Rosemary. Maybe we should just move on. Maybe it's a trap.
I'm waving my crowbar. Do you need a crowbar?
No.
I'm about to chuck it.
He doesn't get the things. He needs to learn that if he throws things into the mud, he doesn't get them back.
Right.
Who needs to learn? Oh, me.
I've got dibs on the crowbar.
If that thing's stuck down there, I could probably use the crowbar.
I hand him the crowbar and say, I would like this back when you're finished, please.
Do my best, but no promises.
I put the crowbar in my purse. I would like to take the crowbar away from Hadrian and put it in my bag.
I'm trying. I was attached to that crowbar.
Like you were attached to everything else?
Guys, there's a whole second MacGuffin we have to get.
You were threatening to throw it in the mud.
Right. Well, all right, Hadrian, I tried. It's up to you, man.
Okay. What do I need to do now, Aaron?
You're descending on a rope held by a half giant?
I am. Should I make a check of some kind?
Sure. Give me an athletics check, and Rosemary can give you a help action if you want, so that can be with advantage. I think this is a pretty easy task to do.
With Rosemary's help, I rolled exceedingly well.
Dang.
All right. Hadron once again steps up to the edge of the pit and then just sort of does this like double butterfly backflip off the edge of it. And Rosemary catches the rope right before he's going into the mud, and he very elegantly stops directly over top of the mud in a almost cruelly elegant replication of Alanir's previous flight off the edge of the
I just salute.
pit.
I hear that drum and fife, buddy. Good job.
Can I see the pipe or any of the stuff that Alanir threw down here from my position?
Yeah, so you're looking for the crap first? So the rope is still sinking because it was 50 feet of rope wadded into a ball.
I will mark where that rope is mentally and pull it out of the mud if possible. I'm also going to try to find Alanir's tinderbox in the mud using that rope as a locator if possible.
Great. And then the tinderbox, you'd have to sort of fish your hand down in and seek it out.
It's garbage. It's not even going to light anymore.
Hey, waste not, want not, right? Anyway, I'm going to try to fish that out, and I'm also going to fashion the rope that I have into the end of the rope into a loop to try to use it to hook around the bar to pull it up since it seems to be stuck in the mud.
Okay, so you're making a loop with the rope and pushing it down under the mud to catch the...
Yes, I'm going to put the loop around the end of the bar if I can find the end in the mud. Is that possible?
Yeah, like if you put your hand down in the mud and start sort of fishing around, you would strike into the bar.
Okay, great. And that's what I'll do. I'll loop the rope around it. And about how long is the bar? Can I tell?
Yeah, it's about 1.5 feet.
Does it move at all when I touch it or try to put the rope around it?
No.
Does it seem to be attached to anything else under the mud?
No.
Okay, I will report this back to my comrades, and I will try to pull the bar out.
Okay. Make a strength check.
All right. Got a nat 1.
Nat 1. Okay, so you
Is there such a thing as mud piranha? Just wondering.
brace yourself on the rope as best you can, though you're sort of dangling there in the middle of the air, and you pull. And Rosemary, give me a strength savings throw.
You got it.
Okay, so the rope almost gets pulled out of Rosemary's hands with this effort to pull up on the metal object, but she gets her feet down in front of her and stays upright and so you stay out of the mud, but no, you are not able to pull the bar out of the mud.
Hadrian, just hold on to it and I'll pull you up.
I guess we should conga line behind her and like, "Arr," but I don't know that I have that much strength anyway.
I mean, I could help Hadrian at this. Like, could we pull together?
Sure.
All right.
All three of you are going to pull at the top of the rope?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna I'll pull at the top of the rope, but I could cast Mage Hand to also help him pull it up as well.
Now, is this animal handling?
It is not.
Oh.
I think that you will do more use to the team as a physical body than the Mage Hand.
All right, then I will be a physical body.
So then all three of you roll a strength check for me. The three of you up on the ledge.
A mediocre 13.
Not a strength saving throw, just
Just straight strength.
Wow.
All right.
11, 11, and 5.
Well, with the modifiers, that's interesting. Okay, so
13 and 12.
we've got 25 plus 5. So you all put your back into it and you pull as absolutely hard as you can with poor Hadron at the bottom of this fishing line holding on to the piece of metal, and you all jerk back about 10 feet and the rod comes out of the mud about 10 feet but then jerks back to a halt, suspended in midair halfway down the pit.
What does it look like?
It is a rather plain-looking metal rod.
Except the floating part, right?
Except for the floating part. It kind of looks like the central shank of your crowbar, actually.
Dibs! I threw the box! Dibs!
And if Hadron starts sort of looking at the newly freed object, he'll notice that towards one side there seems to be a slight circular indentation on one end of the rod.
Ah, okay. I think I know what this is. Hadrian wouldn't know, but I think I know.
Hadrian, what do you see?
Is it some kind of scepter?
It's plainer than you would think of as a scepter. If you cut off the crook and the fork of a crowbar and just had the metal bar in between, that's basically what it looks like.
It's the Regal Rebar.
It's just a metal bar.
A floating metal bar, and someone took my crowbar. May I please have the floating metal bar?
Does it... I mean, if it's floating, it might be important. Does it look like...
It's probably magical, at least.
Yeah!
I want to pull him up the rest of the way.
Yeah! I want to see my new bar!
Are you holding on to the bar?
Sure, I guess. I guess so.
All right, well then, Rosemary, roll a strength check.
That's Scott, always at the bar.
No.
Shit!
Critical failure. Sorry.
Okay, so Rosemary yanks the rope, trying to pull Hadron the rest of the way out of the pit, but the rope actually frays and breaks, and Hadron drops, and he's now hanging beneath this metal rod suspended in the air above him.
Like he's hanging on to the metal rod?
Yes, that is floating in the middle of the drop down the pit.
I got an idea. Okay. Metal rod, come to me. Come on. Is it working?
And Ibis just looks at you like, what the Fuck. Okay. I take my rope and I cast MageFart and I tie it around Hadron.
Okay.
All right, it's like, okay.
You're connected back to Hadron with a new rope.
Right, new rope. I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, it's gonna smell, but let me try it. And I think and fart, and it comes out, and
it's almost like the cartoon rope trick where it like moves down through the air almost like a snake, wraps around Hadron, who is dangling beneath this metal bar in the air. And he now is securely tied back to the team up top.
all right. I guess let's all. Hey, Butterfingers, you too. Let's all roll strength and I think you gotta.
What
let
do you mean,
go
roll
of...
strength? What does that mean? I think something's gotten to you.
It's the fumes from that last spell he cast.
I think we should all try and pull Hadron up, but maybe
It's much better.
Hadron, you need to let go of the bar.
Not my new bar.
Question for the DM.
Sure.
Does the video game have an immovable rod? And if Rosemary is familiar with the game, would she know what that is?
Yes, I think that could be argued. Is she a player?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so she's the team mechanic who's played the game. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna let this be true. Yep. So Rosemary would know that such a thing exists in the game inventory.
Okay, so I'm still holding the rope. Oh, wait, no, the rope frayed, so I'm not holding the rope.
You can be holding your half of a broken rope.
I'm clinging to my stupid frayed rope, and I go to the edge and I look down and see that it's just hanging there. And I'm like, oh shit! Okay, y'all, this is the immovable rod.
What?
This would be good to have. We need to keep it.
What'd you call me?
Shut up.
Well, should we get Hadron back up? Like, I'm holding this rope, and I don't really trust myself to kind of do any pulling. So, Rosemary, do you want to take it?
Sure.
Rosemary, roll Arcana for me.
Bum, ba-da-bum.
What's your Arcana score?
It's 0.
Okay, so with your game knowledge of the immovable rod, you would remember that they frequently have a trigger device on the rod itself that controls its immobility.
Mm-hmm. Like the button. The little indentation.
Yes.
I'm just gonna try whistling to it again. Here, movie.
Okay, Ibis, give me the rope. I'll keep him from falling.
Okay, I hand the rope.
Got it. Hadrian, hold on to the rod with one hand, and then push the indentation.
Okay, I will do what Rosemary asked, and I will hold tightly onto the rope with one hand, and holding the rod tightly, I will push the button and try to move it again.
Okay, so I think as you dangle from the rope and are dangling from the bar and you're trying to push the indentation, and the fact that it suddenly starts behaving in accordance to gravity again, give me a dex savings throw to see if you can keep from dropping it all the way.
I'm gonna name you Rodham.
And I rolled, really, really badly. Oh.
No!
Sorry, guys. The rod, in its sudden drop, he doesn't quite manage to hold on to it, and it plunks back down into the mud.
Rodham!
I pull Hadrian up.
I drop to my knees. Rodham!
I told you we should have just left.
Wait. Okay, well, now that it's mobile, right? It's mobile now, right? Like, because we hit the thing. I cast MageFart, and I try to pick it back up.
The hand drops down, grabs onto the bar, and pulls it up over the edge of the pit.
Rodham!
And as Butterfingers is like reaching out for it, like it just comes to me because of the MageFart, and I just put it in my bag.
Oh, the hurt on this face.
And I start walking to the hallway.
-1 to friendship check.
That's what you get for almost making me fall in the mud.
I give Alanir back his crowbar.
just you and me, Crowy.
What are you complaining about? Rosemary and Ibis were the ones doing all the work.
I provided us an entertaining diversion. You were just going to go to the hallway. I'm there alone with my crowbar and rope, and when no one's looking, I throw my crowbar up in place just to see if it'll flip. I catch it. It doesn't. I go in the hallway.
I'm in the hallway.
I'm also in the hallway.
Excellent.
I'm also in the hallway, but I am shaking my head at Alanir's foolishness.
Great. Oh, that's the door.
I'm going to turn this crowbar into an immovable rod before this game.
So then, you try the next door. How do you go about it? What do you do?
I open it.
That's good.
Okay. As you open it, it is a relatively dark room. And you hear
I got dark vision.
from into the darkness of the room.
And I see...
Nope. Don't like that sound.
And so oddly, this room sort of appears to be natural cave-like rather than the building, the modern construction of the rest of the building. It's almost as if it leads into a naturally formed cave with sort of rocky outcroppings and a relatively clear path into the room.
I step inside. This is awesome.
All right, if you step inside,
And I pull the back of his collar and I pull him back and be like, oh no, we're not gonna repeat what happened last time. And I pull him to the back. And as I pull him to the back, I fart really hard and I look at him and I say, don't go rushing in.
but he did speak up loud enough to have an echo in the room, and you see from the roof of the room clouds of bats come down into sort of a whirlwind of activity.
I back out into the hallway and make sure everybody else comes and close the door so that no bats come out.
Guy, I can see in there. I don't know how, but I can see.
Awesome.
Great.
Did you see the bats?
Yeah, they were up on the ceiling, right? Right, God? They were up on the stud. They were...
Yeah. They
That's
came
fine.
down when you screamed.
They came down when we screamed, but,
You screamed.
Well, look, we have to find this other thing, right?
Yes. Quietly.
Oh, do you want to go in? Sure, we can let you go in.
Yeah, maybe I do.
We should give the bats a minute to calm down and then open the door slowly and all go in quietly and see what we can see with no bats flying around. What do y'all think of this plan?
I'm grabbing my crowbar. All right, let's go, Crowy.
Alanir likes it.
Yes. Could I cast something to subdue the bats?
What would you cast?
Stink bubble? Could stink bubble inoculate them enough to kind of calm them down?
No, it would be an attack. They would probably react
okay.
to that. You also,
right.
stink bubble, you remember, is right around your body. It's like when people are right in
That's
melee
right.
combat with you.
You're right. That's
Guys, it's
right.
fine. I'll
remember
just take this torch I have and I'll light it with my I have the torch. I have a torch. Anyone got anything to light it with?
I'm not wasting my supplies on you.
Well, you guys got to see that, or you trust me to go in because there's no light, right? It's just dark cave.
It is dimly lit. I think
Dimly
people
lit.
could
Okay.
see around themselves without a torch, but they can't necessarily see all the way to the far side of the room without a torch.
Okay, look. I don't know what's happened to most of us, but something's different. Something's changed about us, and I just feel like that there's something in this cave that's going to help us understand what it is and what's going on. Because this isn't normal, and we need to know what it is.
Definitely.
But yes, but only 3 of us have changed. Hadron's still Hadron.
Did you find anything in the? It was so weird.
I found this. It's just a rock and a pendant. I don't know. He'll show it to them.
I feel like Scott's playing a secret here.
So the rest of you see what appears to be a fairly, it's got sort of a nice carved, multifaceted shape to it. But it's sort of a dark obsidian slate sort of looking pendant. But for Hadron, it doesn't glow, but it shines despite having no particular light casting on it.
Pretty.
Yeah, it's cool.
Thanks, I guess.
It's a nice rock.
Yeah, I don't think it's all that valuable.
All right.
Oh, a pendant. I may have been calling it an amulet.
And it is a pendant. It's
You could wear it.
on a... Ow!
It's on an owl?
The cat decided that my new headphone cable was intriguing just at that moment.
Well, look, you're military. Do you got an idea of how to help us?
I was military.
Okay, sorry, but you know, I can see ish in the dark apparently, and you know stuff, and maybe together we can find this other bauble.
As much as I hate to say it, send the guy in who can see. Stay quiet. Then come back out and tell us what you find.
All right. I'll tell you what. I'll do it on one condition. If I live, if we get through this.
Oh, no! If you get through this, we'll be out here.
If I live, I won't rot him.
All right, Butterfingers. You know what? If you come out here, and you don't cause anybody else harm, and you don't start shit that affects anybody else, and you go in with the jewel, and you come back out unscathed, I'll give you the rod.
Are you trying to get him killed off?
Hey, yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah.
No.
I'm not sending him in there by himself with 5 million bats.
If he's smart and learns how to be quiet, the bats aren't gonna hurt him. They're bats. They probably just freaked out because they heard the echo and they run off of echolocation.
I'm not trying to get anybody killed. He asked what we would have done when I was in the army. If he gets in trouble, we can run in and pull him out. He's the only one who can see. The rest of us couldn't fight the bats if we wanted to.
We all have torches. Plus, my phone still has a little bit of battery, so I can use the light. Although my phone looks comically small in my giant hand.
You are very prepared.
I do have a torch too, but I don't know. I don't know if I should be around fire. It might be a hazard.
Rosemary,
Yes.
I think we can do this. You look very smashy.
I feel smashy.
Let's do it.
Okay, but you have to be quiet.
All right.
Yes.
So quiet.
He's like, wait, hold on. And then pulls out one of his bandanas that he had in his hoodie because he sweats a lot. And he ties it and he puts a gag around Alanir's mouth so he can't speak.
I'm going to pull that down. I'm going to pull it down. It's like, I get it.
No, we're going to tie it nice
I get
and
it.
tight.
No.
It's so you can remember.
I refuse.
I
I take my short sword and I cut the little thing off. No, I refuse. Okay, all right, look. All right, we'll go in. Look, I know I keep calling you a military dude. You're not. You're my sensei.
Okay.
I'm your Padawan, right?
Right now you're a liability.
Hardly. He's the only one who can see in there.
Haha. Sensei 1, you say 0.
Yeah, he can see, but he can't shut the fuck up long enough, so he's a liability.
I slide inside. While they're looking and arguing, I slip in. I mean, I may have to do a thing, but whatever. I slip in. I try to slip in.
And I open the door wide enough for me to slip in, which is a lot wider.
Yeah, sure.
And then I slip in.
So you hear just a little bit of like adjustment, like they're not flying out and around or anything, but they rustle for a moment and then come to stillness. And as you take a moment, yes, Alanir, you can see pretty clearly further into the room. But Rosemary, you begin to be able to see directly in front of you, and within, you're not going to trip immediately by just stepping forward as long as you're moving carefully.
Alanir, what do your elf eyes see?
I do lots of hand gestures that describe whatever Aaron says.
He sees the cave. He sees the bats hanging in sort of a clump up at the top. He sees another raised pedestal similar to the one in the far room on the far side of this room.
Very good. Okay, thank you for that pantomime show. Which way should we walk? I'll follow you.
Okay, so you said there's another kind of open pit thing like in the other room, but made out of naturally shapes?
No, it's another pedestal.
Oh, another pedestal.
In the other room.
Is that what the green thing is? It doesn't really matter, I guess, with the map.
It should look exactly like the other pedestal.
Zoomed out. Sorry, I was zoomed in. Okay. All right.
Sorry, my...
No, you're good. We're going to head towards the pedestal thing, and I let her know that by doing pedestal.
Okay,
dumb
start
hand
walking.
motions
I'll
that
follow
are,
you.
Whatever I see in movies are like, go. You know?
All right.
All right. Can I have my swords, so
Yes.
I'll go ahead and pull them out.
Okay.
And walk.
Well, because it isn't a movie, they don't go swing
Right.
when you pull them out. So that's probably a good thing. All right. So each of you roll a stealth check for me.
Oh, you think I do better?
I'm not very stealthy.
So what'd you guys get?
I got a 2.
All right. So, Rosemary, as you step in, you are moving pretty well for a little while, and you begin to gain a little too much confidence in the dim light. And Alanir does this sort of tuck and roll around a corner. Not a sharp corner. It's sort of a bend in the tunnels. And you follow to keep up so as not to lose him. And you crunch into something dry and brittle on the ground beneath you. And you hear the bats go and they start swarming around and forming a cloud around y'all's heads.
Alanir, get down.
Are you swatting at them with your swords?
Yes.
All right.
No, stop. You're going to make them mad. Get down. Put your swords away.
But I did
Sit
take the
down.
note about being quiet. So it says, do they see this? Like, can they see us at the door?
Did y'all close the door behind you?
I didn't.
I didn't.
Okay.
We didn't close it if they left it open.
All right. Well then,
Yeah, I feel like I'm on the standby because I don't trust Alanir to not fuck it up, so I'm hanging back.
And, I'm not going to get the rod because I didn't go in by myself, so whatever.
Good, I'm glad you picked up on that.
okay. Well then, yes, I'm gonna say you can see them getting the bats sort of descend. You can certainly hear the bats becoming active and descending down on your teammates in the room.
Just get down and wait for them to calm down.
So I'm going to say we're going to go into combat initiative. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to attack if you want to take other tactics. But because we've got opposed forces at this point, I'm going to say we're going to move into initiative.
Okie dokie.
Oh, I need to roll initiative.
14.
All right.
Wait, I rolled, didn't I?
I rolled a 4. That's terrible initiative.
Oh, did it not count? I rolled. I see. I rolled after you called it. I rolled
Alanir
before you.
got a
I rolled
23.
before you called it. I see.
No, I think I just have... Okay, so I'll just switch yours to 23. Hadron got a 13. The ants are gone. Swarm of bats. Other Hadron.
Scott, did you know it was an immovable rod?
After a few minutes, I suspected. Yeah.
I did not. I don't know any of the anythings.
Good.
Me either.
I
didn't know what I was. I was like,
Scott, you've seen the entirety of times I've played D&D. You've been there for every time I played D&D.
Yeah, all right. So, Alanir, you have first action. The bats are descending.
All this time I'm still saying, just get down and wait for the bats to go back to sleep.
Okay. My action is to hold my swords up in a little cross block over my heads to hope that they'll just run into them.
Okay, so sort of like a guard.
Oh, yeah,
action.
I'm not attacking. I'm just like, oh God, don't
Just freezing in
don't
place.
kill me. But if you do fly this way, that's on you, brother.
All right. Rosemary?
I'm holding my pack over my head, but I've made myself as small as possible.
That's not very small anymore.
No.
It's not.
Hadron?
Aaron said earlier this is a natural cave, so I'm going to look around for a sizable rock on the cave floor about the size of a baseball.
Okay.
Is there any way for me to see that the cavern branches into another corridor away from Alanir and Rosemary's position?
Did you take a light, Rosemary?
Yeah, I have my cell phone.
You got your cell phone. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to pick up one of the rocks that I can find on the floor. I'm going to throw it down the other corridor away from Alanir and Rosemary. And I'm going to try to bounce it off as many walls or whatever I can to make as much noise as possible so the bats will follow that noise.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. Okay. Roll for me, I guess, as odd as it is, deception.
I gave myself half a hempen rope.
Okay, I got a net 20.
Ooh.
All right. So it's a nat 20. Hadron rears back and chucks this rock in the opposite direction, the other fork of the path they haven't taken, and it plunks actually into some water. So it's this really round, resonant sound with a splash, and the bats are diverted and distracted and head away from our team of heroes.
Those bats are deceived as fuck.
They are dumb little bats, and they got what they deserved. All right, so the bats are going to swarm over the sound they heard a moment ago. Ibis.
And there's no more bats now swarming? Like, they're
swarming. They're just away from your other team members.
Can I do is there any other danger that I see present, or is it kind of squashed for now?
As far as you can tell, the bats are the only active imminent danger.
All right, so I'm going to walk towards Rosemary, and I'm going to stand next to her.
Okay.
So I'm going to walk into the cave and go stand next to Rosemary, because I figure she needs help since Doofus can't keep it together.
Roll stealth for me.
Roll what for you?
Stealth.
Sorry.
Stealth.
I thought you said roll elf, which is what I did earlier.
Yes.
I rolled.
I think I stepped on bones.
Chicken bones?
Something crunchy.
I rolled a 17.
Cornflakes.
You make it over to your other team members who are whispering about
Look
stepping
out
on
for the
bones.
bones.
The TV show?
Sorry, Aaron, I keep talking over you.
That's fine. You're supposed to. All right. So the three of you are now gathered.
I want to ask Ibis, are you the one that made the bats go away?
No, that was Hadron.
Oh, remind me to thank him.
Everybody okay in there?
And I look back towards Hadron, and I just motion for him to come over. Because here we are.
And I do a follow-up motion like I saw in SWAT movies. And it's like, hold. And I'm making eyes pointing towards the gemstone thing. The other MacGuffin. Look at the MacGuffin.
Can anyone else see the thing Alanir is pointing to?
It is in a very gentle shaft of light. So it is...
Very master sword.
Yes.
Look at
but
the MacGuffin.
There's dimmer places between you and it.
Am I close enough that I could use MageFart to pick it up?
Not yet.
Okay.
You have to refill that with beans or something.
I had 2 yogurts and an entire venti of coffee.
Okay, you're good. You're loaded for bear.
Hey, DM, are we still in combat rounds?
Okay, sorry. So if we're staying in action, Alanir, you have the next move.
Combat's over, right? So I'm just heading on towards... I'm picking up...
Well, combat is deterred. The bats are distracted for the moment.
Well, I don't know that, and neither does
Sure.
he. So I'm gonna move towards the MacGuffin. That's what I'll do. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So roll stealth.
Oh, okay.
Roll stealth. I'm going to roll stealth.
You are able to make it into... Are you going up to the left or up to the right?
Up to the left where the lava rocks look like they are. I'm probably gonna die.
Okay, cool. Rosemary.
I don't know that I'm in combat.
Stealth.
Okay.
Stealth time. I'm not stealthy.
Are you consciously choosing to not look at what you've stepped into?
Me? Yes. I don't want to know what that crunchy thing was. I got a 12 this time.
I'm going with Court.
Fair enough. All right, you can move up with Alanir or the other direction if you so choose.
I'm going to stay with Alanir.
All right.
That was the plan. We made a deal. Yes. We have a pact.
Hadron.
I am going to use some rocks or whatever else is at hand to try to jam this door open.
Okay.
Smart.
Consider it jammed.
He's been trapped by DMs before.
It's just always best to take precautions. You never know what the DM's going to pull.
I feel attacked.
If everybody else is going into the cave, I guess I will too. I'll try to stealthily move up to where everyone else is.
Roll stealth for me.
Okay, let me find that. I don't know about that. How did I do?
Well, you're right near the crunchy stuff. So as you come around the corner following the others, your foot also sort of hits something dry and crumbly and makes enough of a crunchy noise that the bat's attention is drawn once again.
Look out for the bones!
I get a weird feeling we're still in combat.
Do you want to check out sorry, I almost said bones because I've got Rosemary in my ear. Do you want to check out anything, or are you good for the moment?
I would like to see what is making these crunchy sounds.
It appears to be some form of humanoid skeleton with a halberd punched through its chest.
How poetic.
I will pull the halberd out of the skeleton and use it to defend myself against the oncoming bats. Trying carefully not to disturb the body or break any of the bones too much.
All right. What are the Excellent. All right. So a swarm of bats comes flying down at Hadron and is going to make a bite attack.
While he's being bitten, I just gotta say, I can't help but feel like that Scott and Aaron are in on something that we don't know about, and I'm just gonna leave it there.
Does a 15 hit?
It does not.
All right. Then they just are battering around you.
That 15 includes armor I get from my class abilities, but I don't know. Do I have those yet?
Have we given you your stone's durability yet? Because technically you wouldn't have that.
Okay, then the bats might have hit. What did you roll again?
I got a 15.
Okay, yes, that hits.
4 points of damage.
Okay, sorry about that.
Ibis, you are pretty much right there in the bats.
So, are the bats? How many bats are biting Hadron?
It's not a clear number. It's just sort of a swarm.
Okay. Can I do like a major fart and cast Thunder Wave?
Yes, you can.
A wave of thunder, thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you.
Okay.
And then on a success, you only take half damage.
So the bats need to make a Constitution saving throw, you said?
Let me read that again. Yes.
And Hadron, Constitution savings throw.
Okay. There you go.
And what is your spellcasting save? 12? Up at the very top of your sheet.
It is a 12.
All right. So the bat save, Hadron, because you're right on the edge, you roll that with advantage, so give it one more roll.
Okay, I think I passed.
Okay, cool. So we all save, but we take
half damage.
Yeah.
So I roll it says what is it? 1d8. So where do I roll that d8?
So you can either probably cast Thunderwave in your main page, your core page, or you can just, there's a picture of a die in the upper left-hand toolbar.
Let's see. I'm gonna yes. Where's Thunderwave? Hold on. Yes. So this 1d8 thunder. Does that roll
I think
it?
that's actually 2d8 thunder, and we take half of what you roll.
Okay. All right. So let me find the die.
So up on the upper left-hand corner with the other tools, there's one that's sort of shaped like a D20. For me, it's under a clock and above a question mark. Or you can just type /R 2d8.
Oh, I see it. Here we go. And then 2d8. That's I got it. And then there we go.
Great. So 3 points.
Of damage. But they all get pushed back either way, don't they?
Yes. So the bats get pushed back 10 feet. I said that Hadron wasn't completely in the field. So he isn't pushed. And
Good. But everyone hears like this it's loud and it echoes. It's this loud rumbling that comes out of Ibis. And I think it even surprises Ibis himself of like, oh. And he's like, fuck. Okay. Huh, yeah. And then
unfortunately though, Hadron getting caught by the edge of this wave, I think, am I correct, Hadron? You are knocked down?
Yes, Hadron is out of HP, and so he falls over.
Okay.
shit.
So
Shit got real.
you fart Hadron into the wall. The bats fly away for a bit, and he is seemingly unconscious on the ground.
Does he have to do one of those throws?
Not yet.
Oh, God.
Alanir, what are you doing?
Well, I assume with my new ears that I certainly heard it and smelled it, and so I turned and looked, and I'm assuming I saw him fall down, right? I would.
Sure.
Okay, great. I'm gonna go over to him,
And
I'm gonna like slap his face, but dude, you okay? Dude, wake up, dude.
he does not respond to smacking of the face.
Okay, guys, we got to do something. I'm looking in my I don't think I ever took the backpack off my front, so I'm looking in my fanny pack.
Your fanny pack.
See if I've got anything.
What is a mess kit? Just out of curiosity.
Dishes, things
For
to eat on the road.
cooking.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there even a drop of my red potion left in the can that I probably didn't throw away?
No.
Okay.
You drank it.
None of these things help me. Forgery kit's not going to help. I don't think I have anything.
Do you want to do something with him or any of his things?
Yeah, I'm going to pilfer his bag to see if he's got something that would. Maybe he needs a snack. I don't know.
Wait,
I have rations.
Could
Okay.
wait. What if we
I got an idea.
what if we put his pendant on his neck? I mean, we've all changed. What if he changes and it wakes him up?
Worth a try. Worth a try.
Well, that's better than my idea. My idea was literally to have you fart on him and hope like a smelling salt. I think your idea is better.
Okay, so Ibis reaches in the front pocket and puts the necklace on Hadron.
It's a weird
right.
time to play dress up, guys.
So you throw the pendant necklace around Hadron's head, and the stone does shimmer for you guys at that point. Like, you see it shine the way he has been seeing it shine. And it has this sort of ripple of that same stone shine that goes across his skin from this central point at his chest. And Hadron, roll your hit dice for me, please, which is a D6.
Okay, I got a 4.
And take half of that. So you are healed for 2 points of damage, which brings you back from unconsciousness.
Gandalf the White.
Is there any
Yay.
like physical transformation on him, like in the way that
Yeah,
we had?
his skin
Oh, right.
took on temporarily almost a stone-like texture. But I will let that be. Hadron, do you have does your skin retain that in any way, or what happens when this stone skin ripples across your
No,
body?
it's not a permanent change. I think he'll basically get that sort of rocky appearance, kind of like the Thing from the Fantastic Four, but gray instead of orange. He'll only get that appearance when he's using some of his powers. It won't be permanent.
Okay. So yeah, you see it pass across him, and the pendant glows briefly, and his eyes flutter. And
What happened? How long was I out?
Morning, sunshine.
All right, hey, take it easy. Sorry, I didn't mean to knock you out. I'm still kind of learning, what I am. But I put your pendant on, and you kind of became rock, but it woke you up. So I think you're magic now too. I don't know.
I changed like the rest of you.
I don't know. Are you stoned? Ah!
I farted them away. I farted the bats away.
It sounds more dramatic when you say it.
okay, so Rosemary, you have the next action.
I'm still far away from Hadron and Ibis, right?
Yeah, unless you went running with Alanir.
I probably did. Yeah, so I'm over there with everybody.
Cool.
Are the bats dead or just farted away? Okay, they're not dead.
Can we stop saying farted away?
She farted away. Ibis said it first. All right, here's what I think. I should stay here with Hadron, and Ibis and Alanir should go because they're both quiet and Ibis is smart. So y'all should go and try and get the stone.
All right, I nod and I pull a like a fruit roll up or something from my rations and I give it to Hadron.
Thanks. I'm sure this will help.
Great.
I'll stay here with him.
I just figure you need something to eat. You just came back from the whatever. Shh. I was very hungry when I was
Lower your voice.
sorry. I was very hungry when I transferred.
Shut up.
I thought he could use a snack.
And I grab his face and I close his lips together. And I go, shh.
All right. So Rosemary, are you taking any? Are you just holding the line? Are you prepping anything?
I guess I want to look around for rocks and sort of stockpile some rocks that would be good for throwing for when the bats come back.
Rock pile.
Very cool. And as you do that, Hadron, you've been handed a fruit roll-up. You've come back from at least unconsciousness, but you're down on the floor. What do you want to do?
I'd like for Hadron to use some of his healing spells to get his HP up, but since he doesn't know that he has those yet, I think I bought a healing kit with some of my equipment purchases pre-game.
Yeah, I think you've talked about having that, didn't you? So yes, then you have got a healing kit available.
Okay, then I would like to use that on myself.
Okay. Remind me what that does.
I don't remember.
All right, let me look it up real quick.
In the meantime, let me tell you what a fruit roll-up does. A fruit roll-up restores the soul.
It does.
Cast one good berry on a fruit roll-up.
Now I want a fruit roll-up.
Okay, so I'm going to use that on myself to get some hit points back.
Okay, so you are able to add another hit. Basically, a healer's kit with the healer's feat can either stabilize a dying creature, not on yourself, or you can regain and you can heal 1 hit point with a kit. But if you use it as an action, 1d6 plus 4. So that seems like it's pretty good for a level 1 character. Great. And you're able to patch yourself up pretty well, which is good because the bats descend down on Hadron and Rosemary once again. And I guess they're going to go after Rosemary since she's taller and they would get there first.
Okay. Rude.
Does a 13 hit, Rosemary?
No.
All right, well then you just sort of Get a bunch of bats battering against your face and body.
I hold up my pack to
Okay.
protect my face, and I just wait for them to calm down.
Okay. Ibis.
And you said there's like a shaft of light hanging down on the gem or whatever.
Yeah.
I wanna head towards the gem.
Great. Roll stealth. With advantage because they're distracted by the battle.
All right, and
All right. You are so stealthy that you bounce around the bones this time, get around the corner, and you are heading up towards the gem with Alanir.
great. So like here-ish.
Yup.
Great. Am I close enough?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, so we
I'm
went
gonna
this way?
think-
Okay.
Really hard about picking up the gem, and I'm gonna look at Alanir and I'm gonna say it's gonna smell bad for you, and I'm gonna fart as the hand comes out, and the hand's gonna come out and waft under Alanir's nose as it goes to get the gem.
I'm gonna step away. I'll cut my swords at it, which I don't know if that does anything to her spell or not.
It's just gonna waft up in
but
there.
like I'm trying to just chop her hand off. Her hand.
I see. Not her physical body's hand. You are trying to chop up the mage hand.
Yes.
All right, so you have got the gem in your mage hand at the far end of the pedestal. Alanir,
Yeah.
what you doing? Just guarding? What you attacking?
I'm giving this fucker some room. And I think, based on where we're positioned, I think I'm skirting an eye back over to the collider because I don't know. That was a weird scene, and I feel weird about it, so I'm a little distracted.
Okay.
And I already got one MacGuffin, so I already know what that's like.
Rosemary?
Are the bats still all over
Yep.
my head?
They're all around you.
I'm just gonna wait, because if they're
Okay.
bothering me, then they're not bothering anybody else.
Okay. Hadron?
Hadron will pick up the halberd and prepare to defend himself.
Cool.
Destiny.
Hadron will use the halberd to swing in as wide an arc as possible to hit as many bats as he can in the swarm. I'm assuming that's pretty large because I think halberds still have reach. Does this hit?
Oh, it sounds like it would. It does. Roll damage.
Okay. That's not too bad.
Ooh. So you swing the halberd through the cloud of bats, and several of them fall dead around you. There's still a few fluffing about. But you've done quite a bit of damage. If they were one creature, you might even think they were... The ones that are left are certainly bloodied.
Okay, before my turn is over, I would like to use my bonus action, please.
Okay.
I would like to use my bonus action to activate my Polar Master feat.
Yeah.
It lets me make another attack with the butt end of the halberd against the same target.
Yes.
Okay, but it does require me to make another attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go ahead and roll that. And that seems to be at least as good as the last time. So I hit again.
All right. There's like just a couple of bats still lingering in this little bat cloud. Well done.
They were just living their life.
Ibis.
I'm gonna move back towards the entrance because I've got the stone. Unless, actually, wait. Before I move, can I do like an investigation to see if I see anything interesting, or since we found the immovable rod, if there's another bonus item or whatever? Would it be Arcana if I'm looking for something magical, or would it be investigation just to
investigation if you're
Okay.
searching the area?
All
And are
right.
you trying to do it stealthily at this point?
Well, I haven't moved. The things floated into my hand, so I haven't.
Okay, you're just
moved
looking
yet.
around.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Okay, fair enough. Roll investigation.
Oh shit! I still had advantage
That's
on
fine.
my bad.
turn it off for next time, but
All right.
both of them are a point apart from each other. So
That's true.
you don't see anything that draws your eye from where you're at.
Okay, so I'm gonna head back towards the entrance.
Okay. Are you taking care to be stealthy or just moving?
Well, I guess I can be stealthy. I mean, I don't want the bats to come back over. I figure I can go help
Okay, then roll
them.
stealth.
Nat 20.
Holy shit.
You sneak up behind Rosemary and Hadron. Even they don't know you are standing behind them currently.
Okay, good.
Cause I'm full of hot air. I just float around.
I assume I saw everything, though, just because I'm right by you. Unless I was
Yeah,
distracted.
But
But I don't care.
somehow you also lost track of her in the gloom of the cave. Him. But it is your move now. What would you like to do?
Okay, so they're all bat fighting?
Yeah. Well, Ibis is sneaking behind them with the gem.
Right. Okay, so we have the gem, we have the thing, we're good. We're bat fighting. Do I have I don't have any bows or anything that I see, right?
You have a spoon. You
No,
have
I got rid of the
daggers.
spoon and the dagger. They're both at 0. Remember, I threw the fork, I threw the spoon.
And you didn't pick it. Okay.
I'm not that thoughtful. I'll get a new one when we go back. It just seems, even for me, it seems reckless to throw a sharp object when they have the high ground and I'm down there. So I think I'm just gonna
You are close enough that you could run in and take a swipe with a weapon in your hand instead of constantly throwing them from across.
yeah, well, yeah, sure.
But you do whatever you want.
No, I like it. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run up those stairs, and then, and I don't know if this is one move or two. I'm gonna run up the stairs, and from this top stair, I'm gonna jump and see if I can swords them. You know, or maybe. I saw this in Zelda too. I'll do the up thrust.
Okay. I will let you roll athletics or acrobatics.
Sure.
And if it works, you can roll an attack.
That's probably what, acrobatics, you think? Yeah, we're gonna go acrobatics.
All right. Yes, make an attack roll with your
Oh,
sword.
shit.
Yeah. Which one? With the short sword?
Yep. I assume that's what you're attacking
Yeah,
with.
that's what's in my hand. Well, look, it was all in the
no.
show. Ha!
All retch and no vomit.
Yeah, well, I take big swings, guys.
So he takes this flying leap and looks really elegant for a moment, but then he tries to jam the swords forward, and it overbalances him, and he belly flops into the dirt in the middle of the melee combat. 1 point of damage, please.
Oh, yeah, that would hurt.
Ibis just shakes his head like,
But isn't that exactly what I would have done?
That was a brilliant move. I love every moment of it. Rosemary.
So I heard Alanir fall down, so I turned around, and then I guess I realized that Ibis is right behind me.
Sure.
Yes, I messed it up for you. Yes.
Oh, you got it! Come on, let's get out of here.
Are you bolting
Yes, I start walking toward the door
stealthily?
Why?
as stealthily as I can.
Okay. Do you want to try and sneak? Roll a stealth check. There are only 2 bats still fluttering about, so.
Yeah, but who knows what else is here? Well, you do, because you're the DM.
Alright, so the bats take notice of you as you head for the exit. Hadron?
I will try to finish off the remaining bats so they don't cause us any more trouble.
Alright. And I think what's happening is there's so few bats. Like the first time there was a cloud of bats. All you had to do was sweep the halberd through it and you managed to hit some. This time they're scattered enough that you just sort of wish between the bats.
All right, I will swing at them with the halberd, and I rolled for poo. So the Polar Mastery feat does not say that the attack has to be successful for me to use the other end of the halberd.
Okay.
So again, I'm going to use my bonus action to get another attack against the bats using the butt end of the halberd.
That one hits.
Just leave the bats alone!
And so you do manage to club of the last couple of bats in their little bat faces, and they fall out of the sky.
Call PETA.
And you are surrounded by a ring of bat corpses.
I wanted you to leave the bats alone.
I'm just trying to make sure they don't follow us.
We're in their house.
Hey, they came at us.
Come on, let's get out of here.
I'm just gonna commando crawl over these bat corpses while we're.
Ugh.
Ew.
Well,
You're gonna be covered in bat guano, moron.
And guts.
All right, so who's moving towards the... We're currently out of combat.
Yay.
Oh yeah, I'm going to the hallway.
Stealthily?
Nah, not this time. All the bats are dead.
All right, cool. Who else is doing what?
Go ahead.
I'm still using my flashlight on my phone to light the way. And I'm going as quietly as I can, but that's not that quiet.
I'm still like ground crawling towards the door, but when I get to the door, I stop and I just take the cave in. And Aaron, is there anything I see that I might have missed? I'm looking.
There is clearly a giant treasure chest directly... No, just kidding. You do not roll investigation or perception.
Oh shit.
Dang. 17.
Pain focuses me.
You see a really cool looking rock. It's about the size of a closed fist.
You're just baiting me.
No, it is a very cool looking rock.
Ah, yeah, fuck. I'm walking over to the rock. I'll be right there. I'm gonna go pick up the rock while they're doing whatever.
All right, you can put down rock in your inventory
Yeah.
sheet.
Pretty rock.
Pretty cool looking rock.
Got it. I'm gonna name you Filbert.
I'm going to take a look at the skeleton where I found the halberd. Do I notice anything peculiar about it?
Nothing that draws your eye other than the gap where your weapon used to be. But it is a very nice, I mean, it doesn't seem rusty or aged or anything. It is a well taken care of halberd.
You said it was a human skeleton earlier?
Humanoid. How well do you know anatomy?
Just what he picked up from basic training.
All right, roll a medicine check.
He's proficient in medicine, so that helped.
It looks very much like a human, but there seems to be something odd about it, but nothing you can quite put your finger on. But it does appear to be a humanish skeleton.
What if these are our corpses from the future?
And Alan here sidles up behind you and whispers quietly in your ear, what if these are our corpses from the future?
What if these are our corpses from the future?
Guys, what are you...
Check out this rock. I'm gonna name it Rocky.
So I don't know what's happening on the cave because I'm in the hallway now. Did we ever put the other gem in the thing before we went into the other room, or did we not?
We did not.
It's still... It should be in the bottom of Alandir's pack.
It certainly
Okay.
I'm the one that holds the thing we need. That's a terrible idea.
Well, one of them. So I'm looking at the thing where there's two indentions. Is there anything that I see that stands out or that gives me a clue or?
No, it's a door with a skull carved on it and split perfectly down the middle with an empty socket. But each socket is roughly the size of the stones you recovered.
All right. So I take the stone out that I have, and I call for Alanir. I go, Butterfingers, get over here. We gotta open this hallway door. Give me your stone. And I hold my hand out.
Alanir, roll a blank d20.
Oh, okay. Weird. Okay.
Cool. When you go into, are you looking in your pack?
I will look in my pack now.
No, I mean, she was calling you up to bring her the gem.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to give her Filbert or Rocky or whatever.
Okay.
Because she asked for the
Gives
rock.
you the wrong rock.
She asked for the rock and like, fuck you. Here. I'm just kidding. That's Filbert. I'm looking for the real one.
As he's looking for the real one, I take his rock and I throw it back into the cave. I still got my good baseball arm on, so it's fine.
Now I got to
You
take
hear another...
Now I got to take him out of my inventory.
Damn it, Ibis. I'm in the hallway, but I'm still whispering.
Is anybody closing the door?
Well, we're waiting for Alander to get his fucking ass out of there.
Well, I was digging for the gem, so did I find it?
Can you do it in the hallway?
I
did.
think he is in the
I am
hallway.
in the
'cause
hallway.
He came up and handed you a rock.
Yeah.
He just left his token behind.
Yeah.
Okay, if everybody's in the hallway, I close the door.
Okay.
Cool.
Yes, the rock is still in the bottom of your bag, or the gem is still in the
Okay,
bottom of your bag.
I give it to him. Although I kind of want to
Alright.
do it because I'm the one. Whatever. Here, take it.
And so I put the gemstones in the skull's eyes.
Okay. You hear a little click as each one sets into the eye, and then almost a pressure release sort of sound, and then the doors creak open inward into the next dark chamber.